T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. Yeah, I feel better. No, I don't, but it's okay. But. That's right. Yeah. You are tuned in to the highest show each and every Thursday night. It is 2B1, brought to you by 2B1 Productions. Tonight we are powered by Bricks Cannabis.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
North Atlantic Seed Company.
Ooh, two-time winner.
Two-time. Bomb Official. Bomb earrings.
Go. Let's go.
The Extract Seller.
Yeah.
Grow Base.
Woo.
Damn it.
All the good.
It's the highest show on Thursday nights. You already know.
Let's go.
We ran into some technical difficulties before it came on the show.
Sometimes, you know.
We may or may not have a guest tonight.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
You can pop in and wave, and if you know sign language, you might be able to do some of that shit.
Oh, we're going.
All the way. Jesus Christ. I donated to a deaf fund. I don't want to hear it. That's a two-time joke. I don't want to hear it. I love y'all.
Tonight, we may or may not have the tour manager, former tour manager of Snoop Dogg. Yes, you heard right, Snoop Dogg.
Oh, whoa, yippee-yo.
And the man behind the brand, Ricky's brothers, Kush.
RBK, baby.
Ricky himself here live. You already know the deal.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
Woo.
Highest show around.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah.
It is 2B1.
Let's go.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. All right. If I got one thing I could say, it would be simply, fuck and bullshit.
About sums it up. Dude.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. It's a good one, too. I can see as we're going that things are still going on backstage.
Chunky's working with them.
Chunky's a man.
Chunky's working with them.
Chunky's a man, yo.
But we're working with y'all.
Yes.
Tonight in the chat,
Ah,
our favorite people,
always.
starting it off with Chunky Nuts,
Hey.
Mod Squad,
Let's go.
Legal Alien in the
Shout out to
house,
Legal Alien.
Bruce Goofy Grown in the house, shout out
Hello.
See the Harvest,
Okay.
Justin Selby in here, little Lola Psychosa, shout out Cab Snake Oil,
No.
Thurgood Jenkins in the house,
Good.
Mikey Drakes in the house,
Man, all this love, man. I can't even keep up with it.
Louis Farmstrong in the house.
I like the farm strong. I like that.
Hopefully we do hear the homie Ricky tonight.
Yeah, man. We're
That's the
really
one
looking
thing
forward to
He
it.
can hear us.
Yeah.
We can't hear him.
Nope.
So, fingers crossed. Annalisa, the Mob Queen, we
Hey,
are not worthy. That's
We're
right.
not worthy.
That's right. Cold genetics smoking on that glutas with the RBK in about 20 minutes.
Okay, the Cali
I
Gold.
need some RBK. I'll give you my
Yeah.
address. Send it to the studio.
Double it
Let's
up.
go.
Double that order.
The Crippled Cannabis Cowboy in the
Triple
house.
C, what up, baby?
You already know it. You already know it. Triple C.
Yeah, it's
Triple
looking like a
C.
good one tonight. I hope everything works out, yo. Come on.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Smoked Hitman in the house.
Hitman. Bomb
The
Squad.
Bomb Squad in the house.
He made it just in time. It's-
Panero Tree in the house.
Hey, what up, P?
Ah,
So many Paneros.
so many.
Hey,
Can in the house.
Don.
What up, the Don? My favorite, the Don.
I might have to take the can home with me today, P.
Yeah,
I'll pop some seeds, man.
man.
Think so.
Okay, we'll talk more about that then.
Yeah, you know.
But shout out to Don, one of our favorite people.
Don, absolutely.
Shout out to
Everybody.
Everybody.
That's just dope, yo.
you know,
Lot
shout
of
out to
love.
everybody.
Lot of love in the chat today. It's dope,
Lot of love in the chat.
you know?
We're high as fuck tonight. Donna Taylor in the house.
Yeah.
CT Grows A60 in the house.
What up? What up?
Donna Side Piece Bob in the house.
Mr. Peppers. What up? What up?
You already know CT in the house.
Yeah, holding it down.
The Trip Blunts in the house.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
He's definitely smoked more than 3 though.
Count them, rack them up. I brought 3 here. We halfway through the second one. We just got fucking started.
Literally.
And you know what, P? Let me grab. I walked in. I saw the rig is charging behind me. I think you're almost ready for that motherfucker, huh?
I mean, of course I'm ready for that shit.
I know we're working on modified time here.
It ain't 7:10, but it's close.
Look at
It's
that.
7:16.
Look at that fucking glass.
We got the
bro.
brand new 710 Honey Drip.
that honey drip.
You get,
You'll see it. We'll put it on the IG story and the Discord.
of course,
You'll
it's
see
not
it.
gonna fucking.
Focus on it.
Yeah,
We
of
got
course
too
not.
much other shit going on here.
You wish you could see it, but it's got drips and honeybees
Bro.
inside. I'll take a look at
It's
that
so
shit,
sick.
bro.
Yeah, I saw it when I pulled up, man. I didn't want to focus on it. The honeybees are dope.
Honeybees are dope.
Yeah, oh, this is a work of art.
It is.
Shit gets you blasted too.
We're about to find out how blasted we're about to get. Speaking of,
Okay. I like that.
Speaking of, mail call, bro.
What we talking
We
about?
can't do this without the mail call. You understand?
Yeah.
Because the mail call and the bomb E-rig go hand in hand today.
Right.
Because we got blessed. Needless to say.
Yeah, I saw that from an excited text. You're like, yo, I ordered a couple, but a huge package arrived.
I ordered a couple things from Extract Seller just to get some more dabs. And what I got
Oh,
was
my
a giant bag of fucking goodies here.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
want you to check this out yourself, bro.
I'm so excited for this, dude. I don't even know where to start.
Well, I know where to start
I
here.
bet you do. We'll do a fucking blind pick out of here for what you're dabbing tonight.
There's also flour, bro, we got hooked up with.
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, you know it's crazy when you pull it out and it just says
This motherfucker right here, that's the one.
it just says fire as fuck.
That's the strain, yeah. That's the strain.
I
Fire
love
as
it.
fuck.
I
But
love
the
it.
diamonds, bro?
Honey banana.
The honey banana?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know, man. The honey banana with the diamonds might be
Oh,
next level, bro.
Sour D.
You don't even know where to go. You also have this right here, the special blue one.
Yo, but we heard good things about the sour D.
We also heard good things about this.
Everything's so sticky.
Scotty's Stash.
Okay.
From DGC's own Scotty.
Okay.
Dude
dope.
Gross.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Dude
yeah.
Gross show.
Yeah, dope. Hell yeah.
You know?
Yep. Got
Right there.
Got the Real Growers logo on here. And
Got the
everything.
real growers right on there,
Dope,
bro.
man. This is dope. So this is a collab between Extract
Seller and DG, yo.
Dope.
Scotty himself.
My
Emergency
man.
cross with like a guava or a papaya or something.
Yep.
So I don't know. You could pick. You could pop them open and smell them. We got to make a decision though. 'Cause we got to smoke something. All right, sour diesel.
Simple.
Sour diesel.
It's a simple
Sour diesel. That's
kind
it.
of man. I'm old school. and all that.
What the fuck, bro? What was that, bro?
My solo, bro. Han Solo over here.
Never again.
What's this? It'll be a simple. You can't stifle me.
If you ain't taking fat dabs right now, what the fuck is you doing? It's To Be Blunt.
I got excited with the buttons. I just started hitting shit.
Getting caught up for a few minutes
sorry.
behind.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
All right. Sour diesel.
Grab your weed, grab your concentrates and smoke it if you got
You
it.
already know Bomb E-Ring.
Grab your weed, grab your concentrates and
It's
smoke
the
it.
best
if you
E-Ring
got
on the
it.
market. If you ain't got one, you want one. Mike Trice says Scotty Stash is fire.
I'm sure we're going to get to it eventually. Yo,
Grab
this
your
flower
weed,
looks
grab your
great.
concentrates and smoke it if you got it.
What's that?
Got it. Got it. Got it.
I'm the pro. What this
We
is?
lighting big fat
Dolce,
blunts,
dude.
pumping 2B
Guava.
blunt. The Kush
Oh, this
stay
shit's so
smoking and on that
saucy.
we don't front.
This shit's
Easy
so
light up
saucy.
control, all the stoners they know.
I'm smoking
Daddy's
Scotty
very
Stash
favorite
Guava
strain is
and Emergency.
GMO.
He's
Yeah,
smoking the same one.
okay.
Everybody laughing
That's
at
cool.
him.
We got it right
Never
here.
finna
We'll get
do
to
so
it.
we
Maybe
gonna go
to
and
later,
back when it's
maybe
the
tomorrow,
highest show
maybe
on Thursday nights.
next
You
week.
already
No.
know.
What do you think?
So pass
Yo,
that shit
bug.
over, man. It's time to get
Yo,
low. Grab your
bug.
weed, grab your concentrates and smoke it if
Yo,
you
light
got
this
it.
thing up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Precise
Grab
temperature
your weed,
settings.
grab your
No
concentrates.
colorway bullshit. You can
Got it.
set the exact temperature you want right on here. 3D chamber, lights evenly on all sides. Check out Bomb E-Ring, supporter and sponsor of the 710 Sesh. Hello, Extract Seller.
Ah,
Here we go.
if you ain't hitting the rig, this flower
Bro, look
from
at this,
Ex-
how this thing lights up.
I see it, yo. That's I was watching it as you was getting it heated. This flower from Extract Seller, bro. This lemon lime soda joint.
We smell that.
I want it. That shit smells fire, bro.
I didn't try any of it yet.
Yeah, we might have to roll some of this shit up.
I smelled it, but I ain't tried
We're gonna
it
have
yet.
to roll this shit
Here
up.
we go. Grab your weed, grab your concentrates, your edibles, whatever you do to get to that next level. And let's get ready to smoke it if you got it.
You got a fat, loud pack. Better smoke it if you got it. Got it.
Let's go.
Grab your weed, grab your
Bomb
concentrates,
squad.
smoke it if you got
Fucking
it.
dab
Got it.
o'clock, baby.
Got it.
Oh, you're killing the bees.
Oh my God.
I can't even.
What the fuck? Oh,
That's sour.
wow. Wow. That glass, the glass is like, you get a way bigger hit.
Yo, it's like a shotgun.
This thing is so chunky, this glass. It's just like a steamroller.
You feel like that's like one of them old school ashtrays you could throw across the room.
No, go on the website right now.
Don't miss it.
Buy one of these glasses. Use the code 2BBlunt.
Grab your weed, grab your concentrate.
Save yourself some dough.
Shotgun yourself.
Shotgun. Yo, it's a shotgun. I'm telling you. You know the old school steamrollers where you put your hand on the back? I don't know.
Loud pack, better smoke it if you got it.
I didn't inhale. I didn't inhale.
Grab your weed,
Come on, get in this bitch. Let's go. Grab your weed.
It's fucking good.
Smell that. All day, bro.
Woo!
All day.
I can't do that shit.
I'm doing another round.
Do it.
Bringing it back.
You need another joint?
Oh!
Scotty's joint right there.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Ain't no
Let me
missing out.
Bust out these alcohol swabs. This is a great time to use this.
Oh, that's
Grab
them
your weed,
joints
grab
you
your
popping.
concentrate.
Yeah, you want to crack? Snap that bitch. Watch, it's great.
Just snap it?
Yeah, just snap the top.
Ah.
Grab your weed, grab your
Oh,
concentrate.
filled with fucking alcohol.
You got it, you got it, you got it,
Woo!
you got it.
Smoke that
You got
shit.
fat,
Loud
loud
pack.
Smoke it.
Smoke it if you got it. That's a hot clean right there. It's like a hot shave. Nothing better than that.
You ain't getting a better clean than that. All right. All right, here, put this some bitch back.
We lighting big fat
We're gonna
blunts,
try the
fucking
Scotty
2B blunt.
stash, baby.
The Kush
Go.
stay smoking, and on that we don't front. Peasy light up the Joe.
Guava emergency.
That is very favorite strain is fucking GMO.
Oh my God, bro.
Jesse watching that,
Smell it.
coughing, everybody laughing at him.
I smelled it as soon as you open it from over here. It smells like a blue raspberry dum-dum. Tell me I missed. Did I miss the mark with that? That smelled like a blue raspberry dum-dum.
You got it, got it, got it.
Here we go.
Grab your weed, grab your concentrates and smoke it if you
Y'all
got
call
it.
me like I should call the ambulance. Now we good, bro.
Now I'm back. We back, baby. There might be a delay, but we back.
Only person you should call is your friend and tell him he should be watching the show right now.
Right fucking now. Call him on FaceTime. Be like, yo, look what you missing.
Emergency.
Ah.
Smoke it if you got
There ain't nobody high as
it.
me. It's the highest fucking show. We smoking hydro fucking weed. You better call your fucking plug. You need a vat sack size of a backpack. So you
Shots
can get
fired.
back
Wow.
with the highest host that's gracing all your flat screens. We growing dank nugs. We finna pop.
That's a
beans.
lot of
When we light
citrus.
'em up, you know
That's
what the
very
fuck that
flavorful.
shit
That's a lot of
means.
citrus.
It didn't kill. I hit it light, obviously, but it didn't kill me either. Yo, I'm rolling some of this lemon lime soda.
You smell that again?
Yeah. I'm rolling some up, yo. We're gonna put in the
That
exclusive.
smells weird. You can take that whole.
We're smoking it. We're smoking it right now.
The whole thing?
I mean, there's only two. It's an eighth. There's only two blunts in here. There's only two regular blunts in here.
Grab your weed, grab your concentrates and
Smoke
smoke
it
it
if you got it.
If you got it, if you got
We
it.
got the fan burn. Yeah, that emergency. Shout out to Dude Grow,
Shout out for
Scotty, Dude Grow, and Extract Cellar for the collab because y'all kicking the flavor in the air, baby. It's just fire. I need I brought a grinder. You know, I don't travel without my grinder, P.
Not that old ass one, bro.
Leave my grinder alone. It's fine.
Nah,
man.
bro, don't put that good ass weed in that fucked up ass
Ain't
grinder.
nothing but good weed goes in my
No,
grinder.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
brown. It's
No, it's
browner
not
than a bag
brown,
of mints,
yo.
bro.
You can see the
Get
shine.
the fuck out of here. That's dirty.
It's not dirt.
When's the last time you cleaned that?
2 weeks ago.
Liar.
2 weeks ago.
Like alcohol, everything. Like you cleaned it, or did you just like scrape some of the little poo-poos out?
Grab your concentrates and smoke it if you got it.
Ah, dirty, bro.
Shit clean as it was.
I'm still gonna smoke it.
But
But I'm just saying.
Oh, it's patina. Yeah, you can't wash that off. You need that. Classic.
I like Chalky talking about we got the Seed for Charity show next week.
Oh,
Seed for Charity, Peasy, watch me.
easy.
Me and this guy
And me.
are the guests. K9 for Warriors is our charity.
Yeah, and you don't have to wait till next week. If you want to donate now to the charity, donate now. Chunk got a link. If you haven't seen it,
Chuck will throw the link out.
If you haven't seen it, it's on IG. You can find it. Jesus Plants got it. It's gonna be dope, man, and it's good for a good cause. Help these little
I
doggies.
see ISO on that Grinder's future. I wish. I can only wish to see ISO in that Grinder, bro. Grinder's got hella hash, yo. This thing literally, you could patty this shit up, bro. If you really clean it, you could definitely make a hash patty right now or keep patty.
You should have seen the one I scraped out of there the other day.
Oh my god, it's probably like the biggest snot, bro.
I rolled it up. I let the cats play with it. Yo, I made a nice little fucking ball. I fucking, yeah, get it.
Cat's probably sitting there like.
Ate a lot of food that day. I'll tell you that.
He did.
Took a long.
Just laid on the couch and watch some Netflix, bro. FlourMillUSA.com.
Shit.
There you go. That might be what you need. You know what? Take the goat grinder at least. You could be using that one, you know?
Oh, there's so much. This is, you know what it is, man? My hands, this is like perfect size. I could put it in there. I don't got to worry about like turning my shit different, getting on. It's comfortable, and I haven't found anything to replace it. It's about 3 inches wide. It's like just
that's
great.
what she said.
It's just, you know, got no net on the keep. Get all my weed goes right to the bottom. It's clean. You can see the shine though. I was like, no, it ain't bad.
Hey, shining, bro.
It shines, man.
Bro.
You
got you tripping out here, bro. You are tripping.
Yeah.
I want you right now to take a picture of that grinder and put it on Instagram in the stories, and let's do a little poll on there. Let's vote.
I think I got roasted before with this fucking
is
thing.
it fucking dirty or is it not? Because if you ask me,
it's not dirt, yo. It's blessed with goodness.
that shit's filthy.
It's not filth.
It's filthy. It's
You watch your mouth.
It's hash. You might as well start making hash. You know, start a business at this right, small business.
I'll get a little flat. I'm gonna put a flash on too. So
We'll call it G hash. We don't know, but it'll stand for grinder hash.
Oh my god, P, I can't post this.
We'll fucking.
I can't post this.
Oh my god! See what I mean? See what I mean? Even
You will never see it. You will never see it.
Oh my god! You have to see it. I have to now smoke this. You are subjecting me to something that we're gonna have to call the CDC for. Y'all remember how zombie movies start? This is one right here. I'm gonna smoke this bitch, and then I'm gonna eat brains. That's it. Done for a living. Bang.
It's gonna be instant munchies. That's for sure.
Bro, no one's eating after that. That's nasty.
It's all weed, man.
No. That's the wrong answer.
What is it then? I put weed in my grinder.
Gross.
Okay. What does gross consist of?
Let me think. Disgusting.
It's not like burnt ash or anything. You know
Wait.
what
I'll think of another one. Hold on. Nasty.
Nasty. Girl, you nasty. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I traded my tray out. I don't roll up on Mario no more.
That was at least a step in the right direction,
dude,
bro.
I traded my trade out. Give me time.
That tray you used to carry around to break up your weed on looked like something an old coke head would carry around so he could do his bumps on the go.
I was just attached to it, like.
It wasn't that, by the way. It really was.
It was a Mario case.
100% weed, but I mean,
Super Mario Brothers case from Wii.
That whole you could have fucking
from Wii. I never took the game out of the case.
Super Mario hash.
Yeah,
you had.
Yeah, when you took the disc out, it went through the cases all over the disc.
Oh my gosh, bro! What?
Like 15 years of breaking up weed on it.
Were you gonna sentimental about it?
Yes, dude. That's why I saw my grinder. You can't tell that's Bob Marley's face on the front of that shit.
Nope. Nope. Nothing works. Well, it's 7:30.
We gotta give it a shot. We gotta take a little break.
I'm so nervous.
Take a little break.
That's all I see are lights. Before we actually do this, let's check in with our. Chonk is on location right now. Chonky is on location backstage. Chonky, we need an update. How's things looking with our guest, Chonky?
So Mr. Ricky is pulling in some reserves. He can't get his mic to be allowed on his Mac to use Restream. So right now he's calling in reinforcements to get some help on his mic.
What kind of reinforcements are we talking about, bro?
I am not privy to that information. That is top secret information.
Oh my gosh, yo. We gotta he's calling in to help?
He's calling in reinforcements. I mean,
It's gotta be someone younger for sure, right?
Grandchild, son.
He's calling his nephew or some shit.
There you go. Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, it's Ricky Palomino. Like, he's Snoop Dogg's ex-manager. He's got to know people. He's got not just people of our community, but people in the tech industry as well. So,
I mean, I'm just saying, my hopes are high. I'm
high as fuck. I mean, you were talking about some Scotty Stash. So
extract Kyle.
Yeah, shout out to you.
And then if you're talking about Scotty Stash, you got to talk about Gabe's GMO. I think you got some GMO too.
We got that in here too, and I got the GMO to go pen.
Which,
by the way,
I saw there was another little.
That's you.
I forgot. I had a couple at the crib I wanted to bring through to show you too.
Yeah, I've got some cherry and wobbly emergency pens myself.
Oh, what's this? Oh, sour push pie.
Yeah, I figured that'd be right up your alley.
That sounds nice.
I took the GMO. I think you know that's kind of my thing.
Oh man, I heard it's in the song.
But I saw sour and I saw push pop, and I was like, "Yo,
perfect.
That's got to be like a sour grape something."
It's perfect.
Bang.
Anything sour is right up my alley.
Exactly.
I took extract cellar inventory today, and I'm embarrassed to say that I have 17 extract cellar jars in my refrigerator.
Close now.
That's not including like the upteen dozen empty jars I have in my.
Does that count all my Tropicana stuff I still have? Because
I know, we need a relabel. We need to send them back. We need a relabel.
Yeah. So, Trinity, it was one of my go-tos, and I was blessed with 8 grams of Trinity. I am so stoked for Trinity.
When is this Trinity? I need to know because I didn't try this, and I'm going to tell Kyle, like, that's my next order for sure.
Well, you're out of luck, my friend, because I got the last 8 grams.
But
I do have your address already. So, no, that's the wrong sound effect. Do something cheery or something. I'm going to send you one of my 2 gram pucks.
Hey,
no, don't be sad, Peasy. Peasy, Jesse, can you give Peasy a hug for me? Can you give me a hug by proxy? Give him a hug by proxy, Pete.
I'm gonna stick to him if we touch, bro. It's hot in here.
It's true. I have definitely have a swimming pool somewhere. I'm not gonna tell you where.
It's like that scene in Dumb and Dumber when they get stuck to the moped together. Just let it go.
Even
man.
Smoked Hitman said Trinity was my favorite. What does the Trinity consist of? What are the genetics behind
it?
The
sounds
Trinity?
like there's 3 things. If I was to guess,
the Trinity. I honestly don't remember the lineage.
Well, you know what? Jesus Christ, Chucky.
I know. You pull me in for the knowledge, and I feel you. I'm so sorry. You want to know what I learned today while I look up the Trinity lineage? Did you know that skunks are only native to America, and they don't actually have skunk in Europe? So that's why UK names it's what we think skunk smell. They name that cheese because they don't have skunk, so they can't associate the skunk smell with skunk because they don't have skunks.
I call bullshit. I know at least one skunk that came from Europe. His name was Pepe Le Pew.
You know what?
Well, at least
you're just jealous of his swag. That's all that is.
I think I told my wife that might be my next tattoo. 1, because I smell like a skunk, and 2, I'm always chasing her around.
The laughs are nonstop. It's 2B Blunt with Peasy.
Oh. I took myself
Hey, there you are.
out. I took myself right out of the show.
Let me see one of them cleaning tips, yo.
What you mean?
One of them cleaning Q-tips.
Hey, you ain't using them for your dirty
I
ass
just want to
cleaning.
see it, yo. Let me see it. I want to see it. It looks good.
The cleaning Q-tips.
Alcohol wipe, Joe. You can use this on the cut.
Oh, 2B1, and of course, North Atlantic Sea. North Atlantic.
best.
That's right. And guess who the breeder of the week is?
Who's that?
I'm going to give you 3 guesses real quick. Hold on. Go ahead. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Just take a wild guess.
I don't know.
It's something that's related to what we've done in the last few weeks. Guess number 1, quick.
Kid.
Nope. Craig in.
Fuck. Yellow.
Come on, really?
Fucking, you can't do this to me.
Come on, hold on, Chucky.
Who? No,
Oh my God.
Chucky knows.
Chucky,
knows
who
already.
do you think the breeder of the week is?
He already
for
knows.
North Atlantic Seed Company.
I know what it is
It's a
because
wild
I
fucking
saw.
mess.
I don't remember though myself either. I got nothing. I got Trinity lineage, but I don't have the.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? It was Canorado Genetics.
Hey! I would have never got that because we didn't talk to them. We talked to Canorado.
Yeah, that's right. I thought you'd fucking figure that out. I told you it's like the last couple of weeks. It was only 2 shows ago.
Dude, I'm fucking stoned, bro. It feels like a million years ago.
North Atlantic Seed Company, best online seed bank 2 years in a row.
Hey, shout out
You
to
already
y'all.
know.
Yeah.
And they hold it down.
All
You're
the
going to
way.
get the best service, the best freebies.
So much love in those packages, man. It's crazy.
So much love in all the packages. So much love that you can also tack on more love with 2B110 for 10% off your entire cart.
Might as well save that money.
If you get, actually, no, it's just not if you buy Canorado Genetics, you're gonna get 4 free seeds with any pack purchased.
Dope.
4, you're gonna get Rainbow Crushers crossed with Spritzer BX2.
Little spritzer.
A little spritzer.
Little spritzer.
So, I'm just saying, what else do you need to know?
Huh?
It's literally women-owned, award-winning,
Dope.
Fire Genetics.
Filled with love. Every package.
And filled with love.
Freebies, slaps, free seeds.
Check them out.
Get them.
NorthAtlanticSeedCompany.com, NorthAtlanticSeed.com. Tell them we sent you. Use code 2B110
Yeah. See that
and
money?
get your next run going with some Fire Genetics from the best. Best.
Always with the best deals, the best genetics. Go get them.
Or no, North Atlantic Seed Company.
Stock up on TP, because we're the shit. It's To Be Blunt with Peasy.
Because we the shit.
Yeah. Know what we do.
Make sure you smoke that like button if you're watching on YouTube.
Go get it.
Subscribe, smoke the like button.
Share the link.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
We're gonna try to get it to go down.
And it's the highest show. All right.
2 people. Thursday night, 7 p.m. You know where we at.
Every time.
I'm high, yo. Them hits and dabs got me, man. That sour diesel was crazy.
Do we want to check to see if
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Maybe we can see some fucking live action going on.
Oh, no. Okay. Chalky, any
Chunky.
updates? Hold on. You know what, Chalky? Before we even get you there, you sit there shaking his head. I don't like having high hopes then.
It's not looking great, man.
What happened?
I don't know,
How did
dude.
this happen today?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I know sometimes people have like their issues trying to get connected, but I don't. This connection was there. We can see him. We're just gonna hear him. You can hear us. You can see us.
This is one of literally the downfalls of going live.
I mean, either way, it's a good time. Either way, we have a good time. But what kind of sucks is like looking for our guest backstage. He's not even backstage no more. Maybe they're doing a total restart. Let me see what fucking.
Yeah, maybe it's a total restart.
Yeah. It's only 7:42. There's still time.
Let's send it back to Chunky, who's live on the scene giving us updates on the whereabouts of the now MIA missing person. Almost as now infamous as Aunt Nancy, for those of you who've been around that long.
I remember Aunt Nancy.
Chunky, any update on our guest here?
Yeah, PZ Jesse, the scene here is quite dramatic. It's very, very high on the high scale. Ricky is trying to get his microphone working on Restream, and he cannot figure it out. We have no clue what's going on here, PZ and Jesse.
Oh, no. What do you think? What are we going to do here?
I don't know. I've lost contact, honestly, my friends. He was on the phone, and his phone has dropped as well.
What?
Yes, sir.
Maybe it's better.
You mean he really went MIA?
He's kind of, he's like
I
quasi MIA. I can give him a call back. He said that he's got his reinforcements coming, so
yeah, but wasn't it like 20 minutes ago?
Dude, it was like 3 minutes ago. You're high as fuck, remember?
Yeah. Don't you do that, Chucky.
Wait a second.
Don't you do that.
Wait a second. There's no way time just flew by and I entered like some kind of interdimensional travel into the future. Yeah, 3 minutes later, and it felt like
I don't know that extra sour, those sour D. I'm not sure if you got those diamonds or not, but holy shit, you will forget. You'll forget your name if you're not careful.
Yeah.
I got the honey banana diamonds.
Ooh, I have not tried those yet.
Oh my gosh. Oh
yeah,
my
no, I'm taking a look now to see. I do not have a message, and it was 19 minutes ago, so I guess my 3 minute guess was a little off, my friend.
Who had too many edibles?
Well, I love to tell you that I see backstage. There's Ricky.
He's waving.
Now,
I have hope
to see what are the chances that he's in reinforcements that figured it out.
I think they got it.
You
bro.
think you got it, Chucky?
I have hopes. I have hopes. I have faith in Ricky and his disciples.
I see someone walking around back there. All right, here we go.
Yeah, whatever.
Thanks,
All right,
Chucky.
here we go.
This is it.
Back to you. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Can you hear us?
We'll try again.
We're gonna try, right?
We'll try. I'll do the intro.
I do what it do, baby. You do what it do, baby.
I'll do what I do.
Hey.
We'll bring them in, and hopefully,
fingers crossed. Okay. All right. I can do it. Oh, what?
Our guest tonight in the main event. He is legendary. Former tour manager for Snoop fucking Dogg.
Let's go, baby. Y'all
in the music business, on the road, handling the tours, the live shows.
Those got to be the craziest.
On top of that, also the man behind the brand.
Yeah.
Ricky's brother's Kush, now infamous.
RBK. Y'all heard of RBK?
RBK is right.
Y'all heard of that?
You can follow him on Instagram. Thank you, Can Alicia, the Mock Queen. Let's bring him in. Ricky himself.
Oh.
Ricky himself.
Yo, Ricky.
Can you hear me now?
Let's fucking
you hear me
do it. Oh my fucking God. It's working. It's hello. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Who's that?
Yes.
Is that Ricky?
Can you hear
I
me?
can't see you though.
Yes, I can hear you.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I can see you. Totally, I can see
Okay.
you.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We got you finally.
My man.
Oh. I had to use my old tour, or actually my old stage manager. He let me borrow his laptop. I'm at his office right now, so that's how I had to fix the issue.
Well, that guy deserves a round
Fucking
of
A.
a fucking applause at that
Get it
right
from
there,
me.
because he literally is now saved
Shout
the
out
day.
to that guy. Shout out to that. Give him a raise. Give him a little extra something this week. A couple extra grams on it.
Right, yeah, right. Give him a bonus this week for sure. I don't know what it was, but I'm happy that we got you, man. I'm excited to have you here on the show.
So excited.
Thank you very much for having me.
I was very fucking nervous. That is for damn sure to start. I just want to start with that whole thing. You had me literally on the verge of a panic attack for the last half hour as I'm pondering whether Ricky's going to actually be able to show up tonight.
Oh man, it was something else over here for sure.
Well, it took me 30 minutes to find a solution because he wasn't here. He got me set up in the room and then he left.
The best kind of helps.
That's it. Maybe we'll think twice about the raise, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Left you hanging like
Well,
that. Jesus.
None of us were anticipating having a problem. It turns out it's my lame computer. For some reason, it had all these various sites as unallowable for my microphone to work, and this was one of them. And no matter how much I tried to allow the permissions, it would fix itself. So I had to call him. He raced back upstairs and he set up his computer. So here I am.
Perfect. I'm great. This is great.
Yeah, that just means we
Thank
get
God.
to talk about the shit we need to talk
That's
about.
right. Now let's fucking light a joint. Goddamn it, or a
Oh,
blunt or
yeah,
something.
what's your
I can
pick?
finally time to
Hit
relax.
pack another fucking dab if you want to.
Shit, you don't have to ask me twice. Pull me out another one. God damn it. I wish I had some Ricky's Brothers Kush at this rate, you know?
Oh, you ain't lying, dude.
Bro.
I hear so much good shit.
Oh, I wish.
Where do I get this on the East Coast? Is it possible? Or is it only West
Yeah, I wish
Coast?
he had some too. Actually, it will be possible soon. AJ Sour Diesel will have some soon enough.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to see it on the East Side soon enough.
And you
Yes.
You say you're running the
absolutely
AJ
will.
Sour Diesel out here?
No, my AJ's going to be running. the
Oh,
RBK.
okay.
Yeah, man.
Dope.
He grows in the past, and it's been a long time since he's run it, but he absolutely does a magnificent job of it. The problem is that plant is incredibly finicky, but he's pretty much nailed it every time he's grown it. But it's not an easy.
What
plant.
is it about the plant that makes it difficult to grow? Like, what are the different problems that arise when you're growing that one?
Well, I can only give you some examples that I've been told because I don't personally grow. But what I've been told from various people, including my brother. If you make up one mistake in the feeding cycle, one mistake in temperature, one mistake with lights, it hates light, surprisingly enough. It will, if you feed it up too much of any nutrient, sometimes if some people tend to put nutrients that may have sulfur or something in it, it will lock out, it'll nutrient lock out everything.
Oh my God.
It will not, if it's not grown properly, it will not develop its signature scent. I've had people tell me, and it's really funny because I've had people call me or message me saying, "Hey, I got your cut. I grew it out." And I said, "Really? What's it smell like?" And the first thing out of their mouth is, "Oh, it's got this great lemony smell." I'm like, "Well, whoever gave you that cut lied to you because
That's
mine
not
doesn't
Kush
smell
at
like
all.
lemon.
You know?
It smells like
Right.
pine salt.
Yo,
No.
Kush is one of my favorite.
If it doesn't smell like pine salt, it's not the real.
Yeah, Kush itself, like Afghani Kush or OG Kush. That's like my favorite It's always a go-to. You can't go wrong smoking Kush.
Yeah, any kind of
So
Kush.
so out here, like yo, in
No,
CT, we
no.
hear I hear about the RBK on the West Coast. I went to Cali. I think Tory Holistics, they might have had some of your product. I'm not sure, but either way, I heard about that shit and I heard it was fire, yo, and I want to try it, but I never got the chance to yet.
Well, yeah. Fortunately, I have a couple people that have been able to lock in how to grow it. Right now, I'm actually working on a deal with a company called 818 Brands, and my friend Noah, we call him Noah T Justice, and he's the head cultivator over there now. So he's putting in the work, and he just recently got started, but that should be coming out in about 10 weeks. I'll have something in the stores here finally again. I've been off the market here for a while because of various reasons, but I'm really excited about that.
It's got to be crazy to run a weed company like RBK and not actually have to grow anything. Just the man behind the brand, you know.
I feel blessed, and also, the way it all kind of manifested. And if you're familiar with my history, I've had some medical issues in the last 8 years, and getting into the cannabis space was not something that I planned on doing. But Adam Dunn and both AJ felt that I had the ability, because of what I've done in cannabis on the back story,
Right,
in terms of working for Snoop and making sure he was taken care of for so many years, that I had the ability to launch a brand. So they came up with the idea. Honestly.
So why Ricky's
And I was one of my
why Ricky's brothers Kush? Like, why that name? Is that
I'm
did
sorry,
the cut of the Kush come really from your brother? Like, really came out?
Okay.
Great question.
All right. So that is a great question, and just to clarify a few things as well. So there's a gentleman named Matt who runs Red Line Reserve. If you guys find him, you can look him up on my Instagram. If you're not familiar with him, he's been around a long time. Anyway, my understanding of it is this cut came from Florida, and he was the gentleman who brought it to California. Now, at the time that he brought it to California, from what I'm told, he was kind of like myself. He wasn't really a grower, but he got it into the hands of Josh D and a core group of individuals: Kenji from Dr. Green Thumb, Wonder Brett from the Wonder Brett brand, my brother, and a couple other individuals. Anyway, when I started working for Snoop Dogg, I started working for him in 2000, and I've always been a smoker, and I would always get it from my brother. And back then, it was the type of weed that people were paying $6,000 to $8,000.
God damn, $6,000 to $8,000.
Yo, back then,
holy shit, bro! I'm thinking about what we paid today.
That should be worth like 2 racks today, yo. That's a shame.
I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much it's diminished as far as price, but it's also crazy how much it was, fetching back then. 10 pounds could get you 60 to 80K. So it was very much one of those moments in time where people got wealthy pretty fast, including my brother. But anyway, when I started working for Snoop, I started working for him in 2000. And upon my first actual conversation with him starting to work for him, he had asked me if I could get him some weed. And I was like, yeah, that's easy.
Wait. So Snoop Dogg was asking you to get him the weed.
How's that work? You just like walking out of the grocery store and he's like, hey, you over there, can I get weed?
Or
like,
were you already working for him at that time?
How did it...
No, I had just started working for him. I had a friend of mine who originally worked with Snoop, and this is how this story goes. He was in charge of Snoop's merchandise and setting it up at all the shows. He calls me up one day and he says, hey, man, would you want to come with me on tour? I said, to do what? He goes, drive. I said, drive? He goes, yeah, I'll pay you $1,200 a week. I said, yeah, I'll drive. And it
All
turns out
day.
It's some motherfucking.
yeah, he couldn't drive at night, and that was his big issue. And this tour, the very first tour I went on, started in Louisville, Kentucky, and it required us to drive all the way across country into Seattle from Louisville and hit various cities on the way, and then up into Vancouver, and then from Vancouver across into Saskatoon, Canada, and then from Saskatoon back to California. So I could do that. That's no problem. I could drive, no worries. So what it ended up happening was that during that tour, we would show up to various venues to set up. I didn't really have to set up, but he did. But we would show up, and when we would show up, I would help him unload the merchandise from the truck because that's what I was driving. And with the venues that we would come across would run up to us saying, hey, are you guys with Snoop Dogg? We'd say, yeah. They're like, well, what do we do about this? What do we do about this? What about and I had worked for Suicidal Tendencies before I worked for Snoop. I used to do the merchandise, and I was an assistant tour manager for my friend Tony Cooper, who used to work for Suicidal. So I knew the basics of tour management. And so anyway, when me and Steve would show up, people would be asking us a bunch of questions as far as what to do. And I knew that if we had the proper information, we can give it to the people involved. And it turned out there was a tour manager, but without making anyone look bad.
It's too bad. Go for it, buddy.
It's been so long at
Go
this point,
for
man.
it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. No, he's probably not going to remember.
This fucking bum
He's not
now is
watching this show.
Hey, I've come across, in my life that it's never good to badmouth anybody, regardless of how much time has gone by. And she still works in the industry.
Oh, all right.
And I heard,
Ultimately,
I heard you're a sweet guy, man. That's good.
I mean, 10 years ago, fuck that. I would have put everybody under the bus. I don't care. But since then, I've changed my ways. So I do my best to try to put out positive energy and not really let anything negative get out there about anyone, But believe me, 10 years ago, it would have been fuck that bitch, fuck this, fuck. I would have went crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
So long story short, after we get done with the tour, I get a phone call from Snoop's agent, and he's basically asks me if I would be willing to take over as the tour manager, production manager. And
Crazy, bro.
I was wondering, how is this going to work itself out? And ultimately, after that tour and the follow-up tour, that's when I started having conversations with Snoop directly. At the time, even on that first tour, even though I was driving, I would just see him, and I would see the entourage and everyone, but no one really acknowledged me because I didn't really have an important role.
Right.
At the end of that tour, he noticed that there was a difference in terms of how things were being done. And apparently it got back to the agent, and I got offered the job. So I took it.
Dude, what a crazy time. Wait,
And,
so hold on, before you go any further. So 2000s, was that like No Limit era Snoop Dogg, or is
That's
that
like right after,
or was he still in with Death Row?
That was right after, like, y'all ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. That's 4 years.
Yeah, that's very much so. And I'll be honest with you, and this is, I've never really talked about this. I didn't know really much about him. I'm not into hip hop. I'm a punk rocker. And
right, but did you smoke weed at least at the time?
So I really didn't know a lot about Snoop in general. I mean, I heard of him, obviously, but I didn't know anything. My younger brother, that I got the cut from, he was all about it, though. That guy, he used to wake me up listening to Slick, and I'd be like, dude, what is this shit? Turn it off. But
oh, shit.
Snoop was very much, when I first met him, he was a very, very no-nonsense guy in the sense of he liked to have fun. And he didn't give a shit about the police. He didn't give a fuck about authority. He was very much a fuck you to authority kind of guy. And that's what I dug about him. He was very authentic about that. I remember one show in particular. This was probably mid 2000s, but it was in San Bernardino at Glen Helen Blockbuster Pavilion. And the San Bernardino sheriffs were there, and they were there to harass him. And Snoop literally set up a little chair in front of about 20 cops that were there to give him a hard time. And he told his hairdresser to braid his hair. And he sat there in front of these cops going, fuck you. What are you going to fucking do to me? Eat a dick. I couldn't believe it. I was like, fuck, he can say that to these guys? Like, I was tripping out. I'd never heard or seen anything like it, but he was telling them to their face, fuck you, you're not going to do a fucking thing to me.
It's one of America's most wanted, man. Of course, yo. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. You know, fucking see what the motherfuckers.
And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't sure if that, working with them and hearing his reputation, if that was a facade or if that was real. And let me tell you, at that time period, that was absolutely real. I mean, the people that we saw and the people that came around us and the way that guy conducted himself. I mean, always, I'll give this to Snoop, as authentic as he's always been fucking one of the coolest people in the world to work for. Like, for real. I may have seen a few moments in time where maybe his an ego might have popped out for a moment, but he respected everybody that did their job. You do your job, you're fine. I mean, he told me when I first started working for him that I'm here as long as I wanted to be. And I lasted 17 years before I just chose to.
Man, that you must have seen some shit though. I mean, you was
probably there at Webster back in like 2009. I saw Snoop at the Webster like 2009.
God damn,
bro, that was a crazy show.
I bet it was.
I was blowing weed right at the cops. It wasn't even close.
All right, guys. I'll say that much. I'll say this much. It was nice talking to you. I can't have this conversation any further. What goes on the road happens on the road. Stays on the road. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of moments that I think people would get a kick out of, for the simple fact that you can look these moments up in time because they're on video. So for our listeners that are out there, or anybody that's watching right now, if you want to look something up that I think you might find interesting and a backstory to, look up Snoop Dogg attacked on stage in Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, what you up there?
That's on camera. That made the news. That was one of those moments that was national news. If you guys didn't hear about it, you'll see when you look it up. There's video of it. And the individual that actually ran up on stage ended up getting the shit kicked out of him by our security.
That's right. Beat down.
Real quick.
And let me tell you, our security, I mean, I never felt more secure in my life. These guys were all about 6'7" to 7'4".
Oh,
and they were massive, biggest guys I ever seen. I mean, they're monsters. Two of them went on to work for Floyd Mayweather.
And Floyd got big guys around him. Floyd got big guys around him.
Because he's small and they look big.
Nah, they're fucking monsters.
Just want to make sure.
Oh no, they're one of them. His nickname was Rel, and Rel was 7'2".
They got to be, because Snoop's got.
We've had other guys. Adam Plant is about 6'9" and about 290.
Jesus,
pounds. A huge guy.
That's a big dude.
Jeez.
I know Snoop's got to be like what, 6'6" himself, be 135 pounds.
Yeah,
Snoop
so good.
Snoop is very tall,
I heard he can pack the
very
punch
tall,
still,
very
though.
lanky. So in this particular, let me see if I can kind of catch us up to this. So this particular night, Snoop, while he's on stage, apparently he invites the audience to the stage. And this one guy in particular took it as a personal invitation and decided to sneak up on the stage. And when he did, you can see on the video, he runs up. It's Daz and Corrupt and Snoop is in the middle of both of them. This guy runs up and he puts his arm around Snoop. Now, how this guy got on stage is pretty miraculous, first of all, because he was way up in the nosebleed section, and he made his way all the way down to the stage, climbed up the right side of the front of the stage, and then ran across the stage to put his arm around Snoop. Now, no one knows what a fan is going to do, right? No one knows if this individual is a threat or not. And he didn't appear to be much of a threat, but ultimately, you play around and play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So at this time, though, I was in the production office. Part of my job was also not just doing the production and doing the tour management. I also had to collect the money for every performance. And normally I would do that when Snoop is on stage, because at that point, he's basically completed his obligation of the show. Getting on the show and starting it gave him the opportunity to get paid. He's fulfilled that part of the contract, so I can go to the promoter and get him his money. So I'm in the office. I'm sitting there, and I have my radio on, and I get this message saying, "Rick, get to the stage right away. Snoop's been attacked." And I'm like, "Attacked? What the fuck?"
To the chopper now.
I run out of. It was nuts. I was not expecting that message, and so I raced to the stage. And as I get to where the entrance to stage right is, I turn the corner, and I see blood everywhere. And I see one of our biggest security on top of this guy, just punching him in the face. And I'm like, what the fuck? And one of our other security guys comes up to me. His name is Eastwood. He's all, Rick, over here. And I look. And I at that point, I'm really puzzled because I noticed he's fucking butt naked and he's full of blood.
Fuck?
And I go,
ran the other way.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, a naked guy fucking ran on stage and attacked Snoop? And he says, no. I go, well, why is he fucking naked? They said, we stripped him. We wanted to make sure he didn't have a gun. And I went, what?
Yes,
that's the funny part.
That's some hood shit, yo. Yeah. Strip him, make him run home with no clothes on.
Yeah, on top of that, yo.
Facts. See you later.
Yeah, they basically beat the clothes off.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
If you watch the video as well, when you look it up, you'll notice the band doesn't miss a fucking beat. They play all the way through this ass kicking that this guy got. They never stop playing.
Like the fucking dudes on the Titanic.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. The ship's going down, and they keep playing.
Nobody gives a fuck about that violin.
Yeah,
Fight,
no,
baby.
there's a naked dude on stage. Cool, man.
So ultimately, the paramedics show up, and the paramedics grab the guy. The cops come over, and they grab him. They handcuff him. They throw him in an ambulance. And then another one of our security guys runs up. They're all, Rick, you got to go to the bus. And I'm like, what's up? They go, Snoop's on the bus. I'm like, is he okay? They're all, he only wants to see you. I go, what happened? They're all, he's waiting in the back lounge. I said, okay. So I go onto the bus, and there's most Daz, Corrupt, Superfly, most of our entourage, minus security. That rode with Snoop is on the front. They're all, he's in the back. He's waiting for you. I said, okay. I go back there, and he's holding his finger, his pinky.
Oh, God.
It turns out that he took a swing at the guy when all the chaos started and all security jumped on this guy. Snoop didn't know what was going on, and he took a swing at him. But the microphone that I had made for him had this hand guard, and his pinky happened to be sticking on the outside of that hand guard. So when he took a swing, he missed the guy, but his fingers dislocated at the knuckle. It got hooked onto that guy's clothes, and so it dislocated his finger.
Jesus Christ, yo.
Bro, when I saw Snoop, one of the dopest things was his microphone, yo, with the hand guard. It was like all gem. He had the black diamonds on his neck with the whole microphone was diamond out, bro. It was nasty. was dope.
That was one of those things that I created for him for the simple fact that
Oh shit.
like most rappers, when they use a microphone, they have a tendency of cupping the top of the microphone, and in
Right.
doing so, it causes a lot of feedback.
Dude, you don't
And so I
understand.
wanted to create something that. What's that?
I was gonna say, I used to perform a lot back in the day. I was in a band, and I used
Get
to
high rapper, baby.
Yeah, and I was also
Going
I used to
forward.
rap, and I was also in a band playing guitar and shit. And that happens all the time. Like we do shows, and like I can see the audio engineers all the time get so pissed. Like guys, like
Oh, yeah.
why are you putting hands on the mic? They give everybody like a whole thing. Call ready to the stage. All right, when you hold the mic, hold it down here, not at the top. And then the guys will get on stage and they hold it right at the top every time, right up to their mouth like this. And then the audio engineer can see them like pissed off every fucking time.
I mean, it's a comfortable habit for them, and it also looks a lot better visually, aesthetically, to hold the mic there rather than holding it at the base, and so people get used to it. And ultimately, he had a mic that had a hand guard before, but the hand guard was too small, and the mic itself was really cheaply done. So I wanted to like really give him something to stand out. So originally I made a microphone that had a really huge weed leaf on it because I thought what goes better with Snoop than weed.
Right.
And I really wanted that microphone to stand out. So I made it with the weed leaf. Well, I won't say I made it, I designed it. What I did though was I found a real jeweler who actually took my design and actually was able to create the microphone.
That's awesome.
But
that's legendary.
There was
bro.
one thing about that there was one thing about that microphone that I didn't think of. That kind of, I won't say it bit me in the ass, but it's what ultimately led to creating the bigger microphone with his name on it. When we would do television shows. Yeah, that one was a secondary one because when we started doing television shows, they didn't allow him to use his weed microphone because they thought they didn't want that imagery on television.
It's crazy how far we
use it.
Could have been the weed one.
Yeah.
You still looking it up?
So ultimately, I had to get another one.
Yeah. So what was the end result of that one?
Yeah, that was one of those things where I had to kind of modify it a little bit. But one thing that I will say that I was happy about, that microphone got a lot of attention.
Right.
And
I'm glad it did.
That was
So
actually kind of cool.
How'd they get to bringing them weed though? And you bring them like pounds of weed? Let's just do smoke. Like I smoke. Motherfuckers be like, yo, these guys smoke a lot. I smoke. So when they say people smoke a lot, I'm curious.
Like we're talking 15 blunts a day. This guy.
Listen, Snoop does smoke a lot, but he's not also all to the head.
Right.
Like a
it.
typical day in the life of Snoop, if he's in his hotel room or he's backstage, he has a couple of people that are with him. His assistant Lala, who's one of the funniest guys in the world. I love Lala; he's great. And he has a few other people that always hang out with them because they'll be playing Xbox or something.
Right.
Anyway, he shares the wealth with everyone that's in the room in his immediate surroundings. So it's not just him smoking; he's smoking with everyone around him. I mean, it's no fun to sit there and smoke by yourself. So he likes, to share the wealth. So but the only problem with that is he goes through weed very fast. So I would show up with a couple of ounces thinking I'm safe for a couple of days. And a few hours later, it's all gone because he's smoked it with 20 fucking
roll up. That's it. Throw it out there. Get ready.
Roll up.
My pinky fucked up. Roll up. That's my Snoop Dogg impression.
He's got a blunt roller, doesn't he?
He got to, man.
He's got a personal blunt roller now. It's like $50K a year or some shit.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
I'll take that job.
Right?
I can't honestly. I can't honestly speak on that because I haven't toured with them for a while, and his personal blunt roller wasn't really a personal blunt roller. He did roll blunts, but his main role was Snoop's assistant. He helped Snoop set up his room every night in every hotel. He'd help him set up things, his outfit for the shows, and he was kind of like a worker bee, but at the same time, he was Snoop's friend.
Right.
I mean, Lala was someone that grew up with Snoop since high school.
Right.
So it was somebody that kind of kept Snoop grounded, and like somebody he could have fun with and kind of relax. So if he has a personal blunt roller now, I don't know who that is and who does. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still talk to Snoop. I go play poker with him. He'll call me up and say, "Come to the
what's that
compound,
buying like?
come hang out for a
Yeah,
little
right.
bit."
Buying
We still associate, but I don't tour with him.
So did you have to like get Snoop weed at every tour stop when you were out there? Like, were you the guy in charge of that as the tour manager to make sure he's got weed at every single fucking
Yes.
location?
And I say unfortunately, but yes, that was a responsibility that came my way, and I ran with it. Now, I'll be honest as well. I was young, much younger than I am now, and I got paid well, and I really didn't think of the potential consequences for my actions had I gotten in trouble. But realistically, I could have probably gotten the death penalty in a couple of countries where I was, or I could have had life in prison, or at the very minimum, enough time in prison that it wouldn't have been fun for me. But I never thought of that at the time I was doing
Well,
it.
of course,
But I did take a lot of
you're having a great
risks.
time. You're hanging out, You're hanging out with Snoop fucking Dogg. And look,
Yeah,
I mean,
but there was also moments. There was also moments that you couldn't find it, where there just wasn't any. Like we did a show in Sardinia, Italy, and all they had was hash. I couldn't find not one fucking joint at all. And I'll be honest about this too. Snoop, when he doesn't have weed, is not the nicest.
Neither am I.
Same. Guilty.
Neither am I. That's for sure.
Guilty.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
So,
You said Snooper. Yeah,
I mean,
Mom
that is,
literally tell me like,
I'll say this, that has changed over the years. I mean, the Snoop Dogg that I started working with to who he is today is also far different. Like, Snoop is one of the most laid back individuals ever. Like, he really is so humble now, and really one of these type of guys that doesn't allow himself to get mad about anything. If you make Snoop mad at this point, you really, really, really had to have fucked up. He's not that guy anymore.
damn, well, that's good to know. Shit, I mean,
for real.
then you got through all that, man. You must have had a lot of connections after that. I mean, working with Snoop Dogg. I mean, how do you honestly? Here's the real question. It's like I don't even understand. Like every day, different city. Like the logistics are crazy. You gotta go different city. You gotta find a plug. Like you gotta start that like first thing in the morning and figure out, oh shit, how am I gonna find weed in Kentucky this day? Fuck,
easy.
how am I gonna fucking find weed in fucking Alabama the next day? Fuck, how am I gonna find weed in Texas the next day? Fuck.
Load the bus up.
No more.
I mean, you're 100% right.
Yeah, we drive across country.
In some instances, to give myself time, if I didn't have a plug or I didn't have something like this, is a typical, like before it got really extravagant and I realized I had to find a certain quality. Basically, what would happen is I would bring some of that RBK on tour, but it wouldn't last long. And because we're only in each city for one day, there wasn't any way for me to call my brother and say, "Hey, mail it out, and I'll get it tomorrow." That wasn't.
No, it's impossible. That's what I mean. The logistics are crazy.
So, yeah, so that was impossible. And then trying to find weed of that caliber throughout the rest of the United States or in Europe was impossible.
Of course.
So in the early 2000s, I became friends with Adam Dunn. And once I realized what Adam's background was in cannabis, I said, "Hey, bro, I got a favor for you. Can you do me this favor? If I get you a cut of this Kush, can you strategically put it in a few places across the country so when I'm on tour, I can have access to it?" And he said,
smart.
"Yeah." So he strategically put it in a few areas and then ultimately got it into Amsterdam. So I had it when I was in Holland.
Holy shit.
And that's how that ended up. And that's how I met AJ Sour Diesel. He was one of the ones that Adam trusted to give the cut to, and AJ would grow it out when I'd be on the East Coast. And if I was anywhere near central United States, Adam was already basing himself out of Colorado and had another friend of his that was growing it in Texas. So I had the central U.S. covered, and I had my brother on the West Coast, and then I had AJ on the East Coast. And then again, when I'd go to Europe, I would have access to it in Amsterdam, and I could pick it up, and I could take a private car or jump on a train with it, and catch up with the tour, and make sure I had it where I needed it.
That is amazing.
But before,
It's so cool.
yeah, before doing that, the issue was I would call Adam, and one of the cool things about Adam too is his network is very deep. Because he sold seeds to people, he knew what strains of seeds he sold to certain people and where part of the country they were that he could look up and say, oh yeah, I sold so and so this. He's probably grown it out by now, and he would put me in contact with people in his Rolodex that he had sold seeds to. And so those people became my first line of defense in trying to find the right stuff. If that didn't work, I would have to wait till I showed up to the venue that we were performing, and there was always some local crew guy who was a stoner. Never fails. There always is in every city. But some of these guys have the worst taste buds on earth, and their weed sucks. So there wasn't any way to make sure you were going to have good quality bud unless you brought it with you.
Right.
So again, having it strategically placed in certain areas did take some of the stress off of me.
That's like,
but it was tough. I mean, it's
the
not
fact
easy.
that plant and that weed was good enough for Snoop, like, speaks volume. Like the fact that he was like, I want that on tour, like, that's crazy.
Hell yeah. Certified.
You know?
Well, it worked out. Fortunately, that it did work out, and we made it last as long as we could. There were moments where, unfortunately, because just the way the cycles of touring work, there would be moments where my getting to a certain part of the country didn't line up with when it was going to be ready. That did happen a few times, you know, and that's just the nature of the business. But at least for the most part, it was accessible, and that's what, again, took the stress off the job a little bit. But I mean, I would go in Europe if it wasn't ready, because Adam didn't have a big setup in Holland. So if that wasn't available, the gray area did have something that was comparable to Kush, that they called Kush anyway, that was some of the best weed in Amsterdam. And if that didn't work out, Adam had always told me, hey man, go to Christiana. I'm like, all right. So I would go to Christiana, but I would literally buy out the entire fucking little compound of all their weed. I would buy like everything they had.
You know, what we gotta do is we got hit up.
But
yeah, word. You know,
got some stories too. Apparently,
but you know what's crazy too is I heard the best weed in Amsterdam now is the American weed, and it costs a lot of money.
Holy shit! Really?
Yep.
Damn, y'all.
See.
I'll be honest. Someone was telling me that they were buying packs of Skittles for like 15,000.
God damn!
I need their phone number.
God,
I can say I save them a number.
I'm putting that up against the number you just told me that you were paying this week. It comes into that, and I'm like, wait a second.
Crazy.
I mean, that's what I was told. I've never paid that price, and I never would, even if it made it into Amsterdam. But I'm told that's what they were paying to get pounds of that over there. And I thought that was absolutely outrageous. But hey, locally here in LA. I mean,
it's
I don't
ridiculous.
know if you've heard of this stuff, but it's called Elephant's Grove. Elephant's Grove.
No, I haven't. No.
I was just
all right, look it up. You can Google it. Elephant's Growth is an OG that is really, really, really nice, but it goes for $150 an eighth.
150 for a 3.5, yo.
That's LA, yo. But that's LA. That's
3.5. Hey, that's LA. It's a total heady weed, but look it up. I mean, it's insane.
What was it called again? Elephants what?
150.
So
an acre.
I hit the Snoop Dogg store.
Elephant's Grove.
Elephant's Grove. I hit the Snoop Dogg weed store in LA when I was out there in February, and I got an eighth of weed and a pre-roll, and I think I spent like $85 on an eighth and a pre-roll. Like
How much?
$85.
What'd you say you paid?
85.
Yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, out here, what's screwing the industry is the taxation. It's 35% tax.
Nuts.
We got our tax out here is just as crazy, man. Let me tell you all about it right now.
Yep.
Like it's honestly,
Yeah,
you
it
spend
sucks.
you spend $50 and then you're paying $12 in tax. Easy.
Crazy.
You know,
No, it's
there's like a potency tax here. And then you have the sales tax, and they have all like this tax. Next thing you know, it all adds up. You're paying $10 to $12 on top of whatever you order, and it only gets worse as you spend more.
As it goes up.
You know?
I mean, the guy that we have as our governor here, Governor Newsom, I call him Governor Gruesome. Everything is tax. If there's a problem in this state, tax it to death, and that's how he tries to fix everything. We pay so much here in tax. It's ridiculous.
That's California for you. It's just like Connecticut, bro. Trust me, we got a little bit in common.
Yeah.
Facts. Shitty roads out here too.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking to move. To be 100% honest, I want to get out of here. I think I've had enough of California, and I'm a native.
Matt, come on down come to the East Coast, man. It ain't as sunny and pretty.
AJ's been trying to get me out there. So I might,
You know,
AJ wants me to move out there.
Chalky was asking if you could tell the story about you getting arrested if Snoop smoked on stage.
Oh, that was in New Zealand. Yeah, that was a really stupid night. But now, I described the guy when I told this story once previously that it was the chief of police, and I had a bunch of people saying, we don't have a chief of police, and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I don't know who the fuck this guy was. All I know is he had about 20 medals on the left side of his pocket, and he wore this really goofy hat. He must have been somebody fucking important, right? So anyway, that guy came up to me before the show, and it was maybe, 20 minutes before the show, and he was complaining, saying, I've seen Snoop smoking on stage in all these places. He will not smoke on stage here in Auckland. If he smokes on stage, I won't arrest him. I'll arrest you.
What?
Like, what? This guy
That's
out of his
not
mind?
Yeah, can they?
Listen. One thing, and I will be honest with you. One thing that I have discovered about traveling the world, it's not America. It's not America. They can do whatever the fuck they want when you're in their country. People will say, "Oh, they can't do that." Okay, you live by that creed around the world. Fucking how many times you get arrested?
Big facts, yo.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
I mean, it's the truth. It's like, oh yeah, you can't do that. I'm an American. Yeah, right. As you're getting handcuffed and fucking thrown in jail, they don't give a fuck if you're American. They don't have to listen to any of the shit that we do. And talk about, I have stories of corruption with cops, and we can get into that later. But I'll finish this story. So anyway, the guy tells me this, and he tells me this before I had a chance to actually talk to Snoop and tell him not to do it. And one thing about Snoop, you can't tell him to do anything. The bottom line is he's going to do whatever the fuck he's going to do. You can't tell. I've gotten into it with when we were on tour with the Chili Peppers, their production guy, wonderful guy named Bill Ramey. He got all mad at me, telling me, control your artist. And I said, oh, all right, you think it's that easy? I go ahead, Bill. Go right into the dressing room and you go fucking tell him what you want him to do. It doesn't work that way. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
You're fucking,
fuck off.
You're fucking
fucking managing the Chili Peppers. I'm sure you got it bad too. Fuck you.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, for him to tell me manage your artist, I'm like, he's not my artist. He's going to do whatever he wants. But anyway, I realize I hear the music, right? And that means the show has started and I have yet to talk to Snoop. So I raised
wrong.
Talking about Snoop.
Yeah. So I raced to the stage to go tell him, hey, don't smoke on stage. And he's out already performing. And his DJ Jam happens to be the DJ at the time. And I get his attention. I'm like, Jam, get him to come back behind the DJ booth. I need to talk to him. And he says, okay. He motions for Snoop to come to the back. Snoop comes over. And as typical, we would have a blunt on the DJ rig
Right, of
waiting
course.
for him when he was ready to smoke. And he comes up and he says, what's up, Rick? And I go, hey, this fuck. And again, I describe him as the chief of police. I say, this guy told me that if you smoke on stage, he's not going to arrest you. He's going to arrest me. And Snoop grabs the blunt and sparks it up. Takes a puff.
Got your little
And he
cuz.
says,
Got your bail money.
yeah, he says, yeah, don't worry, Rick. I got bail money.
Facts.
And I said, and I mean, I didn't know what to think. To be honest with you, I didn't know what to think. My jaw hit the ground. I went, what this fucker? And he goes out and he starts smoking, and I'm thinking, I got to get out of here. I'm not going to sit around here with this dickhead arrest me. So I went back to the hotel. And ultimately, it was just a threat. The guy didn't do anything. He didn't come get me or anything. If he did, I'm sure I annoyed the shit out of him because I left. And ultimately, that's
At least you didn't.
I mean, I have been arrested. I have been arrested on tour. Fortunately, it didn't happen more than once. Wait a minute. Let me think about that. No, I mean, it for sure did happen once. But it was in Utah at the time when Utah was a zero tolerance state. It was like early 2000s.
Have 3 wives, but you can't smoke weed.
At the time,
that is literally the crazy part.
No. And honestly, at this time, it was one of these tours where I didn't have enough of a crew. Normally, with the any kind of production or touring artist, you have a pretty big crew that helps put the shows together. In my case, it was usually myself wearing about 10 different hats and a few different gentlemen working the stage with me. And my A team of all time was my homie Toy Russell and my friend Carl Lott. Those guys, I mean, for a good 7 to 8 years, and we were dealing with a 14-piece band. I was touring with 38 people, and it was just me and two guys that took care of the stage. And it was amazing what these guys could do, though. They were by far two of the most dedicated, not just dedicated, but knowledgeable techs for a band I'd ever worked with. And I was really glad and lucky that I had them. But this particular tour, I didn't have Toy with me. I had the B team.
Oh, not the B.
My friend Matt and one other guy. Yeah, and so I got stuck having to drive the van with some of the equipment from show to show. And so we did a show up in Humboldt one night, and the very next day we were
that must have been
in Salt
awesome.
Lake City. So it was a long drive.
Well,
Well, the awesome part, it was a cool show, but the unawesome part of it was that this dickhead, as a gift, gave me this fucking jar about that big filled with weed, and he gave me a bag of some brownies, which I was going to eat.
Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing.
Anyway, well, could have been until I got
Oh God,
as we were driving down.
Mormons,
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, as we were driving, my friend Matt, who was one of my B team guys at the time, I noticed he kind of had a little bit of a lead foot. He was going a little bit too fast. And I saw that we passed the cop going the other direction. And I immediately turned around and looked. I said, fuck, bro, slow down. Oh, God damn it. He goes, what? I go, he's coming for us. Son of a bitch. I go, slow down, see what happens. Sure enough, he pulls us over. And one of the things I discovered early on in this job was you don't tell them who you work for. Cops have it hard on to want to fuck with Snoop, so you don't tell them you work for fucking Snoop Dogg. So this guy comes up to the passenger window, and I'm sitting on the passenger side. I roll the window down. He says, hey, you guys realize we're speeding? my friend Matt says, "Oh, I didn't know that much." And the guy looks at us. He's all, "What you got in the back of the van?" I said, "Equipment." He's all, "What do you guys do?" I said, "Oh, we're a road crew. We got a show to do in Salt Lake City." And he gives me this funny look and he says, "Oh, you know what? I kind of smell something." And I was like, "Oh no." And I also had an ounce of RBK in a Federal Express box right next to me that fucking had the whole.
Of course.
God damn it.
Of course. Right next.
Yeah. So the guy turns around, the cop looks at me and he says, "Hey, you know what? Who do you work for?" And I said, "Oh God, here it goes." I go, "Well, we're doing a show for Snoop Dogg." He goes, "Yeah, I thought so. I smell weed." And I was like, "Oh no." He goes, "Look, if you give it to me, I'll let you go."
Oh yeah, I heard that before.
Sucker.
Like, oh. Well, I took him for his word. So I said, "Fuck it." I gave him the ounce. And he says, "Is this all you got?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, if that's all you got, I'll take you guys out. I'll search each of you. I'll search your luggage. If I don't anything, you guys are free to go." And I went, "Wow, okay." So my friend Matt gets out first and he searches Matt. And then he pulls me out. He searches me. He doesn't find anything. And he goes, "Do you mind if I search the van?" I said, "No, go ahead." And that's when a light bulb went off on my head. Fuck me, I forgot about that jar of bullshit weed in the brownies.
Oh
He found the bullshit weed in the fucking brownies and he immediately said, "You're under arrest." I was like, "For what?" And then he arrested me for fucking 5 pounds because he said the brownies weighed 3.5 pounds. I'm like,
Fucked
what?
up. Yeah.
You can't fucking charge me for that. But ultimately he did. And he took me in and let Matt, which was cool. He let Matt drive the van. But also that dickhead found the fucking microphone. He found Snoop's microphone and called up all his other police buddies. And they're all on the side of the road holding it, taking pictures with it.
With your brownies in one hand and the mic in the other.
I'm like, "Oh, this sucks."
damn, Ricky! It sounds like you had a stories, but I think you're doing pretty good for yourself now. You got the Ricky's Brothers Kush. You know, you're living it up. You're a legend at this point, right? I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, listen, I appreciate people taking an interest in me, but 100% honest, I really haven't done much in this world for me to be considered a legend. I mean, I appreciate that kind of an acknowledgement, but I'm just being factual. I've been very fortunate in my life to have had the opportunity to do some of the things that I've done. But the reality of it is I was just lucky in those instances to have such a cool job working for a cool person. And that's about the extent of it. I'm not any bigger, better than anyone else. I mean, there's guys out there that have been putting in real work in this industry, including yourselves. You guys honestly are doing more for the culture and more to help break the stigma of what people think about this industry than I am.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you.
I give you guys more
I
credit.
appreciate that, bro. Listen, make sure you guys follow Ricky on Instagram at Ricky's California Originals. You can find out all about the brand, that Ricky's Brothers Kush, and more on his page. All the links are there. Man, we're up to a part 2 because we could have talked about. I could have gone forever, honestly. If I had to go put my kids to bed, I would have been right there with you for this. Trust me. I feel
like we could go on another 2 hours easily, bro.
We're gonna tell stories for hours.
It's crazy. It's awesome.
I definitely have some other stories that I would like to share with you guys as well. So I'd be more than willing to come back on anytime you guys want me. And now that I've figured out this bullshit microphone problem, I'll make sure the next time we won't have this issue. But I truly appreciate the invite. And I've enjoyed myself. And really thank you very much for everything. And I do want to say one thing. I will be introducing other unique strains as part of my brand that I want to give the people that created them some really proper recognition. And so I will be introducing some other unique hybrids and sativas on top of the Kush that I really want people to acknowledge. And hopefully you guys trust me enough to want to try it. But honestly, I really appreciate the opportunity that you guys gave me tonight to talk. And again, I'm down to
We'll
do it
get you
whenever.
back again soon,
Absolutely.
man. Appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend, your holiday, and just keep doing your thing, man, bro.
Yes.
Absolutely. Happy 4th, man. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, and happy 4th of July. Yes, enjoy your guys' weekend. Stay safe, stay sane. And
All
get
right,
stoned.
man. Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace, brother.
Peace out, bro.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
My man. I know you're ready to get up.
Bro, you
My
don't
bad,
understand.
bro.
I'm fucking on fire.
I'm
right
sorry,
now.
bro.
It's all right. We made it.
I know. I want to
Yo,
get going.
if I showed you my back, I got like 3 lighter cape. Now I think I got one, just one on. It's crooked as fuck too. I put it on myself, but it's on there. You know, we getting there, bro. I get my injection to it.
Shout out to fucking Ricky.
Yeah, that was fun.
Shout out to Jesse.
Hey,
You know,
who?
Jesse for sitting through that.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out to
Peasy,
Chonky.
Chunky.
Shout out to Chonky.
And shout out to
What an amazing show, guys. Great job. I can't
And
wait for part 2.
And our amazing moderators, Kana, Alicia, also the mod queen.
We're not worthy.
Make sure you follow them on Instagram. Chonky, killer job tonight. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for setting this whole thing up, man, and hooking us up with Ricky. And you know, you're the GOAT, bro.
Behind
Yeah,
the
no,
scenes.
he was a true legend. You know how I met Ricky is through a text to him about a T-shirt. I bought the OG Kush and RBK cross. I saw Ricky post it. I said, "Hey, we need a T-shirt." We started chatting, and he's just a legend. I know he said he's not, but such a humble, gracious man, a legend. We talk, I don't know, once or twice a week now, and just a great guy. I'm so glad he came on.
Well, appreciate you, bro, and definitely agree with you. Ricky was amazing. Thank you.
Cheers, all. Good night. I'll be on Discord later if you wanna sesh.
All right, cool. Thanks, Sean.
Night.
Make sure you follow Ricky on Instagram again. Shout out to the chat, yo. Holy
Real.
shit, huh?
A lot of love in the chat.
Lot of love in the chat. We appreciate all y'all for hanging out with us. Without you, there is no show. So, you know, first time watcher, there you go. Louis Farmstrong, thank you for hanging out with us.
Hope you enjoyed it.
I see Rock Solo, Can Alicia, Can, man.
The team, the love, man. I love it here.
Next week, though, next week, 7:10.
It's the date.
It's on a Thursday.
And the time.
And it's
And
gonna
the
be a
fucking
big
everything.
show. We're doing hella dabs. I don't give a fuck. And we're getting joined by Turbicana. Wait. Extra Kyle.
Yeah.
Here live on the show.
Extra
and we're
Excella.
going to be Dab
See them.
City, bitch, going down. So make sure you shout out. Make sure you shout out. Make sure you give us a follow online.
Give it up. Give it up.
Oh,
Come see us.
yeah, Two People
We'll
on
be here.
Podcast, all social media. TwoPeopleOnPodcast.com
Oh.
is the website. We'll see you next week. Same weed time. Same weed channel. Watch that ass, This is gonna pull over.